2 walks for Sosa. Bottom first, Cliff Floyd. His team's down 1-0, but not any longer. A 2-run shot. That's hitting the old apple. 455 feet.
Second homer of the year for Floyd against his former team. Floyd hitting, though, just 129 against the Marlins. Mets were up 3-0. But
been there before. And guess what? He cleans up. Woo! Straightaway center. Mets a grand slam, 4-2 lead. Third career grand. 4 for 11 in the series. He's going to...
No defense for this. Top 5, tied at 1, 1 on, and 1 gone. It's Cliff Floyd. 2-run shot, his 7th of the year. He's only hitting the game 3-1 Mets.
Bottom 8, 4-3 Phillies. Dan Plesac, 5th all-time in appearances. Lefties have hit just 182 against Plesac this year. Cliff Floyd, not a fan of the Elias Sports Bureau. His 9th home run of the season, tied at 4 at Shea. Safe, the Phillies are on the board. And then 2 outs for Floyd. Well, he does some damage with a stick. Tying the game at 3, trying to make up for his bumps and bruises. Floyd's 10th home run of the year.
Enough to be cleaning the players' shoes after the game. Floyd bruising the Mariners' 13 straight road game streak with that shot that Ichiro cannot get. Solo job. Broderick, by the way, hopes to play Floyd in his life story.
His foot at the plate. It affects him in the outfield. It affects him running the bases. 3-2 the count.
That one is cracked deep to center. Way back there is Matsui. All the way back, and that ball is gone to the deepest part of the ballpark. A tape measure homer for Clifford Floyd.
But, John, even as he runs around the bases, you can see him limping because he's not 100% healthy. His left leg seems to be bothering him. That's where you plant. But if you're as strong as he is, you don't really need to plant. Fastball away, and he just rips it dead center field right over the 410 sign.
Now Jason Phillips, Mets rookie, lines one to left field, and that's a base hit.
Floyd has a slight uppercut in his swing. You watch where he finishes. Slight uppercut right there. But he makes good contact and hits it over the center field wall. That is a slugger swing, slight uppercut.
David Wells allowing a home run for the 10th time this year.
Top of the third, bags full for Cliff Floyd. You know, welcome back. 2nd game off the DL, and just like that, 4th career grand slam. 2 for 4 was Floyd. He's hitting 345. He means so much to that lineup.
If they keep this up, they got a shot at 5th place.
Okay, great. Anyway, Oswald.
And a drill, the deep left center field. That's back in the gap, and it's gone! A line drive home run for Floyd. Make sure Piazza hits as the tying run the big way. A 2-run homer.
A lot more smiles from the Mets leadoff hitter as of late. There's a deep drive. Right center. He jumped all over it. This one's sailing. She is gone. And then some. What a blast by Cliff Floyd. The 2nd home run in the inning for the Mets to lead it 2-0. Mercy. You could tell by that first one he swung at, even though he missed the pitch. He had his home run swing locked and loaded today. Number 4 for Cliff Floyd. The Mets in front 2-0 in their bid to sweep Colorado.
At the end,
Cliff chatting before the game about his little 7-month-old girl. Swinging a high deep drive to right. Way up there. Way back. This one sailing for the corner and gone. He continues to connect against Pavano as he blasts that one into the seats at Shea to make it 1-0. Home run number 5 for Cliff. You mentioned, Tom, the swing he had on the foul down the left field line, how he was just a little bit behind it, just missed it. He got this one to drive and pull down the right field line and gone. Now center Mike Piazza. Mike takes a strike.
He was right on that pitch right before this. He just turned the dial up a little bit. The difference, that pitch was supposed to be in, and that made Cliff Floyd explode a little bit faster. There are 2 good swings in a row. One fouled off and one a home run, and a very quick lead for the Mets.
A nice grab by the fan as well.
Still counts as a run for Cliff Floyd and the Mets, though, doesn't it?
Cliff Floyd gets that run back. Drills one to right off Wilson, and no doubter, 1-all.
Done to one to deep center. Gone. Home run Floyd. That makes it 9-3 Mets in the 7th. Eighth of the year for Cliff Floyd. Earlier in the game, we talked about Mike Piazza and how you have to crowd the strong guys. Well, this swing by Cliff Floyd gives you an idea of what happens when strong guys get extension. Check this out. Fastball away. Full extension. Gone.
For Cliff Floyd breaking out the whooping stick, taking Todd Van Poppel for a ride there, right? It's gone 2-1, stays that way until the 6th when Floyd books another one-way ticket. 3-run job to left center, 5-1 after Richard hit off.
The pitch is faster.
Floyd rips it to right. That is way out of here. A 3-run shot, and the Mets are on top. Hidalgo takes a strike.
And if that fork ball is in between, bad things can happen.
Heading into play Wednesday, top of the 2nd, Cliff Floyd. He's 13th on the year. Floyd with 5 homers, 13 RBIs in his last 9 games, and he's playing some great D. Unbelievable. And he's healthy.
First set Braves. Here come the Mets. So down 6-1. Cliff Floyd off Paul Bird. All right, you get a couple 3 back there. On his 14th, it's 6-4.
Right. Bartender. Check. Cliff Floyd into McCovey Cove off Brett Tomko, a 3-run shot. Just the 7th opposing player to go water in San Francisco.
Later, Mets up 2-0. Cliff Floyd, don't know the pitches, but it tastes like chicken. His 18th. Russ Ortiz not loving this inning.
Couple of years. When he's right, he can be a dominant offensive player. The left center field hit pretty good. That's going back towards the wall, and that's out of here. First row of the seats in left, a 2-run homer for Floyd, and the 7th inning is blown up for the Reds bullpen. A 2-run shot, and the Mets take a 6-3 lead.
Well, you said it exactly right, George Graham, that Cliff Floyd hits the ball hard. He nearly undressed Paul Wilson his previous time up on the line drive up the middle. That time, it looks like he got under it a little bit, but this ballpark will give up some home runs now, and it really jets out there to left center field. And Cliff strong enough to get it out there for a 2-run shot.
Just a wisp of the moment. The whole season, the whole specter changes right here in Atlanta.
Cliff Floyd gets a hold of this one, driving Andrew Jones back to the wall, and that one's gone. Back to back. Go the Mets. Cliff has to go back and make sure he touches first. And so now it'll count. Around he goes. And that makes it 3-1 the Mets. Floyd, who had struck out all 3 times against Smoltz, tags Martin. And some breathing room for the Mets. They didn't have much of that all day against Smoltz, but oh, how things have changed here in the 8th inning.
Boy, nice to see some smiles in the dugout of the New York Mets. Maybe that's what they needed to let themselves exhale and just relax and play the game the way that they know how. Great job by Pedro Martinez to keep his club right there. And a couple of real clutch base hits back-to-back right in the middle of this lineup for the Mets. Left-hander against left-hander, fastball right down the middle, ball carrying right out over that Dale Murphy sign in left center field.
Chance for Cliff Floyd at Shea. 394, 6 homers, 21 driven in during a 19-game hitting streak. Make it a 20-game hitting streak. His 8th home run of the year, 3-0 New York. Top 7.
Sanders didn't dig it. Bottom of the 2nd, scoreless Cliff Floyd. Man, did he smoke that. Right center field, solo homer, Floyd's 9th. Travel and estimate 3. Bottom 7, still 1-0 Mets, and Floyd again. Solo homer, that one about 4:15. 2nd of the game, 10th of the year, as the Mets go on to win it by a final count of 2-0.
Cliff Floyd. What a year he's had. Solo shot his 11th. Floyd, 26 RBIs now in his last 29 games. 2-0.
Kind of leader of the world.
Aristocracy?
Yes.
Oh, this one's driven deep.
That ball is back and gone. Over the wall and out of here. Cliff Floyd continues to stay in a tremendous hot streak.
Yep, home run number 12 for Cliff. We were talking about Pedro Martinez being traded for Carl Pavano. Pavano also involved in a 2nd trade involving a New York Met, July of 2002, as the Marlins dealt Cliff Floyd to get Pavano. So he returns the favor here.
That's a deep part of the ballpark there, which used to be, there's another single up the middle.
Mike Piazza, 2 for 2.
Bringing that average up after a slow start this year.
And we got to go back and listen to your call on the
leader
Floyd
of the
home
world.
run.
Aristocracy?
Yes.
Oh, this one driven deep.
That ball is back and gone. Over the wall and out of here. Cliff Floyd continues.
To Reyes at 2nd. Cameron from 1st. 3-2 to Floyd. 2 with 2 out. Floyd ready. Donnelly set. Now the pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit the deep right center field. This is going to win it. Way back. Gone. Over the 371 mark. The Mets win it. A 3-run homer for Cliff Floyd. And the Mets have won it 5-3 in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Mets dugout all out at home plate. Cliff tosses his helmet in the air. He pounces on home plate, and all of his teammates engage him in a group hug as they jump up and down at home plate. Cliff Floyd with a game-winning homer, his 15th home run of the year. And the Mets dramatically defeat the Angels 5-3 in the bottom half of the 10th inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left. The final score here at Shea, the Mets 5, the Angels 3.
That plays half of its games at Shea Stadium, but they have really struggled offensively. That one's hit deep to right field. There it goes. See ya. Into the old Yankee bullpen in right field. A solo shot for Floyd, and the Mets lead 4-1.
Well, back in the day when Cliff came to the major leagues, I was broadcasting Expos games. And I got to meet his parents in Chicago, and he said they are here tonight at the ball game.
And unfortunately for Mike Messina, Cliff is here too. Yeah. I mean, you look at him and you think what might have been, except for the injuries. This guy not only had power but speed. And it's unusual to see Mike Messina miss the target. You see that pitch designed to be low and away, and Moose left it over to the center of the plate.
Tagging. Inexcusable. Burning. Sleeping. Next batter, Cliff Floyd. Swinging. And that's a little something for the people up in the cheap seats. 2-0 Mets on Floyd's night. Instead, the inning is over. 4-2 Mets in the fifth. Floyd up again. Floyd out again. His third multi-homer game of the season. His 20th of the year. Off Hen. 6-2 Mets. Top 7.
Except for Alomar, who got thrown out. Now let's flash back one more time because Roy Oswalt and Cliff Floyd have a history. Last year, Floyd went yard. A grand slam off him. And then Oswalt hit Floyd a couple times this season. 3 strikes and you were about to be out. And Cliff said, if he does it again, I'm going to have to come after him. So there's history there. On Sunday, Oswalt didn't go near Floyd. Floyd was the guy that was doing the hitting. Like that.
It's one way to get back at him, Carl.
Look at where that pitch was at, too. It's out away from me. He made sure it wasn't going to hit.
And off
Victor
speed.
Diaz Woodward come in to score. Mets up 3-2. Bottom of the 8th, Cliff Floyd with 1 on and 1 gone. His 27th of the year. Mets win at 6-2. Redmond loses for the 9th time in 10 decisions.
97 in. Oh, felt like 98 going out.
That's a tracer.
Woo! 29 for Cliffy.
Both still in the wild card hunt. Washington more so. Levon Hernandez 4-1 lead in the 5th until Cliff Floyd goes Safredi. With the good wood, a line drive grand slam is 30th. It's 5-4 Mets.
Nice pickups here. Beltran's starting to come around. Cliff Floyd's had a nice season too, man.
Had a nice weekend.
Would be tossed into the MVP talk if the Mets.
Point another shot to right field. Going out of here. Floyd, a line drive, just like he's done all year.
Floyd hits one to deep right center field. The Mets have gone downtown 3 times in the first inning against Levon Hernandez.
3-2 to Floyd. And he socks it to deep right. Forget it. That'll splash down in McCovey Cove. A bomb of a 2-run homer for Cliff Floyd. Only his 2nd home run of the year. And it's a monstrous shot into the water. Retrieved by the kayaker. And it's 4-1 New York. What a blast by Cliff Floyd. So Nady homers in the 7th to give the Mets the lead, and Floyd with a 2-run bomb to put him up by 3.
Well, he tries to come in, or where's the catcher set up? Fastball. Oh, it came back out over the plate a little bit. He didn't get it out enough.
And Nady hits another one to deep center field. Back goes Wynn. He'll have room this time. And Wynn is there to make the catch. But the Mets put up a couple here in the 8th on Cliff Floyd's monstrous 2-run homer into McCovey Cove. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 New York.
Change up, rip to deep right, forget that. Up and deep into the ninth, Floyd ties the game. Cliff Floyd with his 3rd home run of the year. And we are even at 7-7. Boy, did he need
Mets got the last 16 outs, and the reason why they were able to come back and win last night. Game 1 of this series. Floyd hits it into right center field. The ball really carrying Cabrera back, and it's gone. Cliff Floyd a home run, and it's 4-0 Mets in the 7th. Trying to bust out of a slump, and he just hit his 4th home run of the year.
If there's anybody who can handle a slump, it's Cliff Floyd. He is one of the National League's real gentlemen, a very funny guy. Saying earlier in the year that he couldn't hit his grandmother, and she called him. So what are you talking about?
Nady pops it up on the first baseline for Giambi. One away.
Well, Grandma might be pleased with this swing off Mussina. It's like a high changeup. You're right, the wind certainly helped that ball out.
First home run since May 5th, and he got it down off the end of the bat. But he is big and strong and carried it out of here.
And he drives one to deep right center field. Hit it to the wall. It's out of here.
And only 2 hits against Sean Marshall, who has just been superb. 1 strike to count. Right center field. That ball is gone. A home run. A laser beam, just a liner, and it never came down until it was in the bleachers. 5-2 Mets, now trailing by 3.
Well, we talked about Cliff Floyd in the open. I mean, this guy is swinging the bat so well, and he's been just a great hitter his last few years with the Mets. As you mentioned, he hit 34 home runs last year. And I don't think he hit any of them any harder than he hit that one. This ball never gets high off the ground. It's just a line drive, low slider away, and it's just a cut fastball maybe. You can see the spin on it moving away from him.
He's in a jam here facing the veteran Cliff Floyd. Back in left field, and that's a home run! A grand slam for Cliff Floyd. Up into the wind and into the basket, and 4 score. The Mets have gone ahead 6-5.
And John, we talked about this when it was 5-0. The Mets are averaging 5.1 runs per game, and the wind is blowing out, so it just does not. You do not have a safe lead at any time. This pitch is away, and it's the same pitch that was called a strike, and he goes out and gets it. Look at the delay of his hand release right there. He never rolls his left hand over the top. Look at that. That's a perfect example of a good swing right there when the ball's away from you. See, he never rolled his top hand over.
So, an error and 2 bloops, and then an opposite field windblown grand slam.
That's a great shot.
And Floyd rockets one. Denorfia back near the wall, and it's out of here. Cliff Floyd with his 10th home run of the year, and the Mets jump out to a 1-0 lead. So Floyd, who had been held in check in the first 2 games of the series after a big series in Chicago, picks up his first hit of the series, and it gives the Mets the lead.
Well, Cliff has just turned it on. Started getting hot, turned the corner right before the All-Star break. Had a very long swing early in the season, and he's really cut down. And, of course, he's so strong.
Well, he's never going to catch his home run totals from last year when he had 34. But he looks like a completely different hitter since the All-Star break.
Oh, they wanted the fastball up and in, and that just came back out over the middle and mid-thigh right in Cliff's wheelhouse. Mistake.
I mean, before you said you brought Delgado here. I mean, he hit over 30 home runs. I mean, you've got a guy that can do that, and you missed that. It's out of the lineup. That's another point we're making about it wasn't easy for the Mets. They had lost one of their biggest run producers from the year before.
And he gets that one way back right field. Sean Green, goodbye, home run.
This
is something the Dodgers really do not have, the power to match the Mets in a series. That's why I said I really believe that the Mets will still prevail in the National League because they do have power. I mean, you look at the middle of this lineup, Beltran 116 ribbies, 41 homers, Delgado 114, David Wright 116 RBIs, and you add Sean Green and Cliff Floyd. That's a powerful lineup.
Well, you look at Cliff Floyd there, he got a fastball up in the zone, and he just spun those hips and rotated through and drove it out of the zone. Again, when you're ahead in the count, you can look for a pitch and zone it, and that's just what he did.